Live.
We're live.
We're live.
Action.
At 2:03.
2:03. We are only 5 minutes early. That's good. Well, welcome everybody, and happy Thursday to everyone. It is the middle of May. Can't believe it.
Literally the middle of May.
Literally the middle of May. Yeah, I know. Almost the middle of the year already. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
So, welcome. We're thrilled to be here with you again. Today, Paula is going to continue with the Rocky Mountain Sampler that we've come to know and love. Very cool quilt. Paula's own creation. And again, I hope you're enjoying this as we go through it. Block 3 today?
Block 5, because it's, May.
Oh, that's a good point. I should keep track of that. It is the 5th month. That's good. So again, hopefully you're all enjoying this, but she's going to do block 5 already. That's crazy.
I know, right? Somebody asked me about next year, and I was like,
Yeah, really. That's right. Let's get through this year first.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Comment sold tomorrow?
Yes. Thank you, Kate. I was wondering what announcements I was going to make, and of course I got Kate reminding me.
Whispering in your ear?
That's right. So we have comment sold tomorrow. We are going to be doing that instead of our normal live. So again, that is always a fun every other week endeavor here. So again, tomorrow we've got specials on all kinds of things. We've got some product in from H&H that we purchased at H&H. So I think there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of fun stuff. That'll be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And we'll send a little reminder out to you. Also, coming up, we have the Quilt Craft and Sewing Festival down in Castle Rock. We're very excited about that. That is coming up at the end of the month. I think it's Thursday, I think the 28th, 29th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. Something like that. Last weekend of the month.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's right after the Memorial Day holiday. So
wow.
Again, I know Memorial Day is early this year. So
is it?
It's
always the end of May. The end of May comes at the end of May.
It's like the 24th or something, though.
But it's always a Monday.
No, that's true. So it's the last Monday. So that,
But that's okay, Patrick.
That's right.
I understand.
It's earlier than normal. So again, that is going to be down at Castle Rock. We do have $2 off tickets, coupons for you.
They're gone.
No, actually, the $2
do we have more
ones we still have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So we've got a ton of those.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, what you're talking about.
I gave the last blue one away today.
Oh, did you? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, no, so the $2 off coupons are still available. When you purchase your entry fee to that, it's good for all 3 days. So you'll get in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So
nice.
Very cool. We have some incredible specials. Lowest prices of the year on our sewing machines. So we're about to send out an email. Yes, exactly. We've actually lowered them, and I don't think they're going to go lower than this because we are seeing some price increases coming our way. So again,
God bless us all.
I know. Tell me about it. So look for that flyer tomorrow. You'll get an email on that first thing tomorrow morning. We are going to honor those prices starting tomorrow. So we're
awesome.
Excited about that. Again, that show is always a lot of fun. I love those shows because it gives us a chance to say hi to all of you who come through there. See a lot of people and a lot of faces I haven't seen in a long time, which is very fun. So
cool.
Join us down there.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yes.
But if you can't, you can still come to the store and see me and Steve.
That's right. That's a good point, Paula.
You get lots of attention.
Is this what we're giving away?
Yes.
Is it real? This is cool.
That's the backing. The blue is the backing.
The blue is the backing?
This
is a sew-it-yourself project.
You get to finish it.
You do get to finish it.
It's a pillow with the pillow backing.
Actually.
Yeah.
We just did this on a live, didn't we?
We did. The Star-Spangled Pillow and Table Runner.
And who are you giving this away to?
Linda Coberly.
Oh, Linda, yay. That's right.
She just has to finish it.
You could either turn that into a table runner.
You could make 3 of them
to
make it a table runner, or you could just finish it and make it a pillow. There is a pattern available.
Linda, we will get this out to you on your next shipment there. So happy Hawaii. That's right.
Happy Memorial Day.
Happy
Happy 4th of July.
Sure. That'll be great. Also, I have a joke.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. All right. A doctor was addressing a large audience in the Grange Hall. The material we put into our stomachs is enough to have killed most of us sitting here years ago. Red meat is awful. Soft drinks corrode your stomach lining. High-fat diets can be dangerous. But there is one food that causes the misery and suffering for years after eating it. Can anyone tell me what that is? After several seconds of quiet, a 75-year-old man in the front row raised his hand and softly said, "Wedding cake."
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yep. Not that that's true. No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
No,
of course not.
Just take a survey. We'll find out if it's true.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you ready?
Okay.
I'm going to switch places with you.
Okay.
We are going to start our Rocky Mountain sampler.
Can we trade sides?
Yes, we can trade sides.
I gotta find out which one we're doing today.
That is our beautiful quilt right there. Isn't it adorable? Which one are you going to do?
I'm looking. We're doing this one here.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, this is block 5.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So as usual, it has 4 colors and the background.
Perfect.
So we're gonna do like our usual spiel. We're gonna do our corner triangles, our flying geese, and then we're gonna make the quilt center.
That's fun.
Okay.
All right. Can't wait. More flying geese. We are ready for flying geese.
Do it.
Oh, look, she's got it all laid out for us. We are ready to roll on this baby. The cutting is the fun part.
Get some scissors. Okay. Now we have a couple of other things to show along the way.
So, Paula, is that allergies? Are you getting cold, or are you?
No, I have a cold.
You have a cold.
What's that?
Everybody's got allergies. My dog has allergies.
Oh, no.
My dog is chewing on her feet and can't stop scratching her ear.
ears.
I
That's the
know,
worst.
it's
You feel so
horrible.
bad
I
for
know,
her.
I feel horrible for her.
No, we went on vacation. We went to Glenwood Springs
Oh, yay.
this past week.
That's
and
so much fun.
I got a sunburn and a cold.
That's
So apologize ahead of
quite-
time if I'm snarfy and coughy. Okay. All right, so block 5. The instructions are up on the calendar on today's date on our website. If you've not been sewing along with us, we started in January with block 1, of course. January gives you the instructions gives you all of the yardage you need for the whole thing if you don't want to buy the kit. And then month by month, we tell you what to cut for each block.
Perfect.
We don't have any more kits available. We have completely sold out.
Oh, bummer.
But you
I was
can
just going to
still
ask you that.
Yeah, but you can still, sew along with us, of course. And of course, if you're really wanting to have a kit made, we can make a kit. Won't be the same colorway that we made, but we can make something up for you. We've done that for people in different colorways.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
if there's something you really, really, really want to do and you really, really love it, just let us know. We're happy to work with you.
That's good.
Okay?
Yep.
All right. So as always, the first thing we're going to do is, let's just go over the cutting instructions real quick. The background, this is what you need to cut out of the background. 4 3.5 by 6.5 inch rectangles. That's what you're going to use to make your 4 flying geese.
Perfect.
And then you need 4 2-inch squares. And that's what is going to be these little 2-inch squares here, right here. Okay, for the center part. From fat 16ths, there's 4 fat 16ths you're going to need. From all 4, you're going to cut these things.
Oh, cool.
From
Okay.
all 4, so it's pretty easy. So from all 4, you're going to cut 2 3.5 inch squares. You're going to cut 1 3 7/8 inch square. You're going to cut it once diagonally. That's going to make your little corner sections here. Then 1 3 7/8 inch, I can't say that very fast, square. You're going to cut it once diagonally. You're only going to use 1 triangle from that set. That's going to be these big triangles here in the center.
Okay.
And then you're from each fat 16th, you're going to cut 1 2 3/8 inch square. You're going to cut it once diagonally. You're going to use both triangles, and that's what's going to make these little F triangles. in the whole
cool.
center section.
Yep, good
okay?
deal. Okay.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do, like we have done every month, by the time we do this 12 times, you're going to be a pro. We're going to make the 4 flying geese that go around the outside. So you need your cream or background rectangle, and then you need your 3.5-inch A squares that we're going to make into the flying geese. Then you're going to need the B triangles to make these corners. So I went ahead and laid everything out because with 4 colors, as you have learned, if you've been sewing along with us, you have to really do some rearranging and finagling to make sure that the same color doesn't touch the same color.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay?
That's always fun.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a little longer than others, and I'm really glad I did this ahead of time because it took me a little longer to figure this one out. Okie dokie.
Thank you for bringing that up, Linda. I'm glad you're coming to our anniversary event. We are down to our last 4 spots. I can't believe that. That was insane how quickly that filled up. So we do have 4 spots available. So again, if you are even contemplating joining us for our anniversary event and you want to make sure you get a reserved spot, you need to sign up ASAP. We again only have 4 spots available to before it's completely full.
I think I missed out on all that excitement when I
You
was
did.
on
I know
vacation.
that's true. Yeah, you should have seen us running around on Tuesday.
I can only imagine.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm making the flying geese, and what I'm doing is I'm just going to do 2 at a time so I make sure I keep track of where I'm at. But you can either draw a line from corner to corner on these color squares, or you can use your laser to sew from corner to corner. So I'm just going to do 2 at a time.
Laura John's dog ate some free fuse.
Oh, no.
I know.
Is
Yeah.
it okay?
She said as long as she doesn't iron him, he's going to be fine.
Oh, no.
Poor thing.
Poor thing. Okay, so I'm sewed from corner to corner. I'm going to cut about 1/4 inch away.
It was 120 spots, Wanda. That's what we cut that off at, is 120. So, yeah, we've got 116 of you all confirmed and ready to roll. So that's a good thing. I know.
That's exciting.
You know, Sarah, Facebook must have done another update because I actually see some stars or a star thing up on ours. We've got 0 stars. That's no good.
What does
We need to
stars
get some
mean?
stars. I have no idea.
People like us?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
They're not trying to speak over the machines. Every room is.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the second half of the flying geese.
Just try and get in there early and get to the front.
Yeah, they must have done another update on the Facebook app here, so I'm not sure what it means. So, and you just these are random part of your fat 16ths.
I laid them out, and I'm trying to stick to
What you laid out. Yeah.
If you lay stuff out like this, it's often helpful to take a picture on your phone so you can go back and you can refer to it to make sure you put everything back where it belongs.
And yes, Mona, you are confirmed if you paid the fee for the anniversary event. It was absolutely, make sure you have that spot. If you paid, you're all good to go. You can do that so easily. I'd just be all panicked.
What's that?
Is there any guarantee?
What's that?
Cutting these seam lines?
Yeah, cutting the seams like you did.
Your quality of life is worth $6,000.
Woohoo, Margaret, you sent stars to us. I don't know what that means, but I'm happy we got some.
Let's see. Is this about where we put it? I think this is where we had it. Okay, so there's 2 flying geese done. I'm going to sew the next one, and I'm going to do the right side over here, which is a pink.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention. I'm reading comments, and I
know,
wasn't
I'm feeling
even showing.
completely ignored over here.
I know,
No, I'm
huh?
just kidding. I'm only sewing flying geese. Pink is on the left, and then on the right, and then this one, kind of the dark pink, is on the right. Dark pink on the top, pink on the left. Dark pink on the top, pink on the left.
You know, Nancy, we are trying to get the hotel room issue straightened out. They did not have the room block set aside for us when we announced the anniversary events. I think it's been straightened out, but I'm not sure on that. So let me find out from the higher powers, the ones with the higher pay grade.
And I think they're trying to get more rooms as well.
Are they? Okay, yeah.
Okay, so dark pink on the top.
It's fully refundable up to
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
light pink on the, okay. Okay.
after 2 weeks. We had to make your lunch commitments to the hotel.
I do not want any of you spending your money on stars for us, by the way. So do not, if you have to pay for those, don't worry about it.
We're not worth it.
No, we're not. Yeah. Yeah, that part.
Just send us a smiley face. That's good enough.
Exactly.
For us.
That's all I need is a smiley face. Yeah, if you have to pay for those stars, do not send them to us.
Pay for the stars. I remember when several years ago, and I was sitting around talking with some coworkers, and we were talking about whether we'd gotten speeding tickets or any tickets at all. And I said, I have never in my life received a ticket. Not that I haven't deserved it, but I have not received it. And not that I haven't talked myself out of it, because I have. And my one coworker goes, so what does that mean? That you have a gold star in heaven because you don't have any tickets?
That's right. And don't you forget it.
Like, so,
I have a special place.
So a gold star in heaven is just as good as a gold star.
That's
on Facebook.
right. There you go.
Okay, so we're finishing up our flying geese here for the top and the left side. And then we're going to go to the corner units and we're going to make the triangle squares.
Yeah, Evelyn, I think we are actually taking over the hotel this year. Everybody I've talked to is getting a room down there. It's very, very funny.
Okay.
I've got to book the room for Kim. I better do that quick, huh? For our presenter.
Well, yeah, you better.
Yeah.
You're going to do a lot of running around. If you
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So we've got our flying geese. So now we're just going to go ahead and sew these triangles.
Look at all those flying geese. Those flying ducks are all set.
They're all set. Now we've got to sew these triangles, and then we are going to.
And that's 1/4 inch seam, right?
This is a 1/4 inch seam. Yep, I'm
Yep.
changing it right now. Turning off the laser, switching it to Q2.
And you're sewing on the bias?
I am. So when you are sewing these together, don't pull, don't stretch. If you want to, you can pin. If you want to, you can spray with like Best Press or Terrio Magic or something like that. Whatever you do, just have your fingers just like sitting on here. They're not pushing, they're not pulling, they're just guiding.
Good deal.
And then when you press, you're not pushing, pulling, or anything. You're just setting.
I'm shocked about how much I've learned in 5 years.
Yeah? Oh, I learn stuff every day.
Do you?
There's so much stuff to learn, and the people who say there's only one way to do things are just full of BS.
That's
because
good.
there's so many ways to do things.
Nancy says you need some tea and honey. That would sound
and honey,
tea
okay.
and honey. That's right. That sounds perfect.
That sounds lovely. And a nap. We went to the Iron Mountain Hot Springs.
Oh, yeah, aren't they wonderful, by the way? I just love that.
Oh, it was lovely.
Yes, it was. And they got different temperatures in all the pools. And did you get in the one with the rocks? With the rock bottom?
Oh, we didn't get
It's the
one
little
of those.
pebble bottom.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't?
We found
Oh, you
one
need to
that
go
was just the
back.
right
It's the
temperature, and we
best.
didn't get out.
Oh, no, really? That's a good
We
call.
sat there for 2.5 hours. It
That's
was
awesome.
But they play like spa music, like, you know.
Yes, they do.
Enya and
Yep,
that kind of
exactly.
music, and then you just sit there and try not to fall asleep.
We were sitting in one of the pools up there and saw a bald eagle flew right by us. It was the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
I can order it on the top right. And we were there through sunset. We were there from 6:30 to 9.
Now
So we
everybody's
got to watch the sunset and stuff. It was just lovely. We may or may not have checked our phone to check out the Nuggets score for the basketball game.
Oh, well, there you go. It's a good thing that you didn't.
Well, I mean,
May or may
have.
not, yeah. Ruined your whole stay. Not quite that far, Michelle. I've learned what bias is. That's as far as my knowledge goes.
Okay.
She said, "Have you learned how to iron yet?" Yeah. Peggy said, "I'm doing flying ducks on a quilt I'm working on, but they're special needs ducks. They don't look like Paula's."
Special needs. That's really funny.
Little ugly ducklings.
Okay, so we've got our 4 corners and we've got our 4 sides. So now we just need to make the center.
Oh, cool. Wow, you're flying.
We are.
You're literally a flying Paula.
So the next thing you're going to do is you have these little background squares and these small colored triangles. We're going to sew these 2 triangles to this square. So
Perfect.
when you go to sew,
You're going to have overlap, aren't you?
you are going to have overlap, but that's okay. You want to line up this 90-degree corner.
That means we got dog ears.
That means you got edges.
Oh, we just got
Points.
edges, not,
No, you have
not
point.
dog ears.
I'm not going there, Patrick. You have points off the side, and that's okay because when we go to sew these together, we're going to sew this 1/4 inch, and when we go to press it open, we're going to have a little bit of overlap, but then when we go to sew it to the next piece, that's going to give us what we need for our 1/4 inch.
Perfect.
We're not cutting it off, so no sound effects.
Oh, man, you never let me have any fun.
And I'm going to go ahead and chain piece these because I'm just going to leave the other pink piece there.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I know when I go grab it, I need to grab the other matching pink that I already grabbed a pink of.
Ah.
Okay.
Wow, you're getting way too fancy now.
So now,
You got the black one.
got the black one. I'm going to leave this black one here so I know
Oh, I see.
to come back to
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Okay. And after we do this, I want to talk about a couple of different things. Okay.
Got the red now.
Yep. Okay. And then the green. And then we're going to press the seam allowances. We're going to press out towards the triangles. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to press, and I'm going to press out towards the triangle so the seam allowance is out towards the triangle.
Look at that.
Okay.
All right. Can't wait to see how this all comes together. I love your puzzle quilts.
Okay, we have a couple things we need to show. Let me lay these back out in the order. We need to show a couple things. So we're just going to lay these back in here where they belong. Because our goal with these 3 pieces is to make one big triangle just like this triangle.
Oh, there you go.
So that when we get that made, we're going to sew it to this big triangle. So if you get a weird, crazy, strange little triangle thing going on that's jutting out this way, you've sewn it together wrong. You want a triangle here to be sewn with this
the
triangle here.
there. That
Okay?
makes sense.
Okay, real quick.
Okay. What do we got?
358 coming up next
Oh,
month.
no way. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I've been
Yes.
exiled. Paula's going to be doing Mystery 58.
With Kate.
With Kate, good. Okay.
Yes, it's obviously Christmas.
Yes, it is, and it's awesome.
It's going to be like a throw size quilt. These are the colors, red, greens, kind of some backgrounds, some pinks, a cream background, and a nice stripe for the binding. It is $85 for the kit. It is going to be super fun. And
Yes.
I really think you're going to like it. We've made most of the blocks already. We're obviously saving blocks to sew on lives. But as we sew it together, I think you're going to love it.
That's
It's
awesome.
one of those quilts and those blocks where when you make a block, you're like, oh, that's my favorite block. And then you make the next block and you're like,
Oh,
oh, that's
that-
my
oh,
favorite
that's
block.
awesome.
One of those.
Yeah.
And there's actually one block in there that I think I'm going to do a whole quilt out of because I love
Oh, really? Oh, cool. That's awesome.
So, Mystery 58, if you've not, if you want a kit, we have kits available. We're starting the first week of June, and it's going to be about 6 weeks. So June into July, for about half of July.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh, it's a big quilt then. It's going to be
It's like
fun.
a throw. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kinda
okay.
like the Mystery 57, the American.
Oh, yeah,
Heart
yeah,
one,
exactly. Okay.
but
Yep.
obviously different.
Wait, but yeah, same but
kind of
different.
that size, yeah.
Same but different.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. And then one other thing. This is a quilt. Can we spin around here?
Oh, wow. This is cool.
This is a quilt we showed on comments sold. We still have a couple of kits available. This is a pattern. It's a free pattern from Moda. It's called All Squared Up. And this kit has oh, that's not right. It does include the binding. I don't know why it says it excludes binding. We'll fix that.
Oh, okay.
It's the whole top and the binding.
The
Does
binding
not
also.
include
Okay.
the
Doesn't
backing.
do the backing, but it does have the binding.
It
And
has
it's
the binding and it has
this.
the background. It's made out of 2 different blocks. I'm probably going to do it for a live. here
Wow.
in
It's
the next couple of
beautiful.
weeks.
This is awesome.
But it's made out of 2.5-inch strips, and then 2 different blocks. And it's a great size quilt, obviously, and it's really fun. Really,
Yeah,
really fun
very
to do.
cool.
So
That's
we have-
awesome.
We have a couple of kits left of that.
Okay, so 2
Okay.
kits left for that, guys. So make sure
And
you
we can
buy
make-
into
and
that.
we
And
can
we
make-
are going to be doing it on live, so we
Yeah.
will get you through it on the live because you're only making 1 block, right?
2 blocks.
2 blocks. Oh,
You're
okay.
You're making.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
This
Okay.
block here with
the
whole
outside
big
border.
background.
Yep.
And then you're making this block here that has these rectangles that make the border. The kit
Okay, cool.
is $80.99. It makes the top and the binding, and it's super fun, and I think it's beautiful.
I do too. I like it. It's nice and simple, but pretty.
But it's really pretty.
Yes,
really
it
soft
is.
and pretty.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And somebody's asking what size that quilt is.
Well, let's look and see.
Oh, you even get a pattern with it.
It's a Moda pattern. It is 64 by 80. The blocks
Oh,
are
so it's
16,
giant.
16-inch
Good
blocks.
size. Yeah.
So it's a good size quilt.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, dokie.
Rosie, are we going to have a backing kit for the Mystery 58? You know?
Yes, we are.
We are. Okay,
Yes.
good. Yes, we will have a backing kit for that too. So again, get involved in Mystery 58. It's going to start the first week of June.
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to finish up our center sections to finish our center. So we've sewn this unit together. Now we're going to add our other triangle. So we're going to flip it around. Because remember, we want to keep these triangles going so we have a nice long straight line
There you
here
go. Yep.
to match up this triangle. So you just flip over this triangle. Again, you're going to line up your 90-degree corner so that you have these overlapping little points here, okay?
Perfect. Yep.
And I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. So I'm going to sew it from this side because I want to go from the straight edge versus starting here
Yep.
where the
Makes
point
sense.
is.
So it doesn't.
It just so it doesn't get caught up and jammed up. And then when you go to press it open, it'll look like that.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, 1.
Patty and Karen, I've got you taken care of on there, so thank you for that.
Hi, how are you?
I always just double check myself, make sure I'm got it going. So I've got my long line here because I have sewn these on wrong, and then you look like you got a
Yeah, so we
bird with a broken wing.
That's right. And check yourself before you wreck yourself. I told you that.
Yep, exactly. So now, when we go to open this up, we're going to have this so that it has our 1/4-inch seam from there to there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Okay?
Good job. You are so good at this. I guess you invented the quilt, so you better be good at it, huh?
Made it a few times.
How many times have you made some of these quilts, by the way? Is it just a one and done, or do you do them over and over?
Because this is like a 10 or 15-year-old pattern.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've taught it at several different quilt shops over the years.
Oh, have you?
Like
Oh, I
back
see.
in the
Okay.
day, not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last
exactly.
few years, but yeah, back when that was my deal, was designing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim these off, these little points off.
I did. I'm
You're holding
biting my
yourself
tongue.
back, I know.
I'm holding my
You're like-
breath right now.
You're twitching. Bouncing in your chair.
How big is the Mystery 58 again? I can't remember what those dimensions were. You said it was 60.
It's like a throw size. I didn't say.
Throw
but
right.
it's like
Oh,
a
I
throw
see.
size.
Okay. We'll try to get you the exact measurements, Pam. We're not sure on that.
It's like a throw size. Okay, so now we have to remember where we have these.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the tricky part. I think we have
That
this
one's
one
there.
over.
Yep, I
We
remember.
just don't want them to touch.
That was there.
Okay. We just don't want them to touch other, like.
Nope. Yep.
Okay. So we make sure that nothing's.
Aren't you glad I'm here?
I am so glad you're here, Patrick. I'd be lost without you. Lost, completely lost. Okay, so now we're gonna take these big triangles
and put them together.
put them together, and see how I'm a little bit oversized on I got a little bit of
Oh yeah.
excess.
Is
you
that
know?
a problem?
Nope. I'm gonna flip it over though, because when I'm sewing my 1/4 inch
Oh, you
seam
wanna
down
make
here,
sure you
I
got
want to
that.
make sure I get kind of right here where these two seams have crossed each other, because that's
Yep.
where my 1/4 inch is.
Perfect.
So as long as you're pretty darn close, you're pretty darn close. And then these units, when they're done, should be 3.5 inches. And I was going to show you how to trim it so you'd make sure it's exactly 3.5 inches.
Perfect.
So we're just going to go ahead and then we have to remember where we're going to put them back. You remember where we put them back?
I'll remember.
Black.
That's why you have me
green.
here, you know.
No, this was
My memory is like a steel trap.
just like my husband's. Pink, green, red, black. Pink, green, red, black.
All right.
Pink, green, red, black. I'm not going to remember that.
Pink, green, red, black.
Pink, green, red, black. Somebody remind us.
Where
when
did we
get to that
start,
point.
though?
Right here.
No, it would be,
Pink, green, red, black.
okay.
I have an excuse. I have like
Yeah,
a snotty
really.
head.
That's
What's
right.
What's your excuse? Pink, green, red, black. Pink, green, red, black. And then you can get a 3.5 inch square if you have one. That's real handy for these kinds of things. Pink,
Pink, green, red, black.
Somebody out there will help us remember.
Yeah, that's right.
And then sometimes when you're sewing these together, this corner here can tend to get kind of pulled this way. If it does, you can just kind of take your scissors or your stiletto or your seam ripper, kind of hold on to those points right there to keep them from sliding. Pink, green, red, black.
Pink, green, red, black. We're ready.
Okay. We're going to go to
My
the cutting
memory
table.
is now being, oh, no way, we're going to move me. I don't have a chance.
I'm just going to press these open. Pink.
And yes, we are still on our Yahan pressing
Yes, we are.
table.
Green, red, black.
I'm going to have to give a special discount. Actually, we should charge more for this.
The multi-purpose.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's go over to the cutting table. I'm
All
gonna grab
right.
a 3.5.
Pink, green, red, black. And I'll have her answer that question, Michelle, in just a second here.
Okay. Pink, green, red, black.
Pink, green, red, black.
Okay, and I was just giving special instructions
Uh-oh.
that we have new products coming in from H&H. From the
Yes, we
H&H shop,
do. I can't
that
wait to
we're
show them off.
checking in today so that we can show them tomorrow on Comments Sold.
Yes. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of new stuff for you tomorrow.
Okay.
You guys want to tune in for that. 2 o'clock. Again, Comment Sold is tomorrow at 2. Should be
2 o'clock.
lots of fun.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is see how this is a 3.5 inch ruler. It's got this diagonal line. I love these rulers because they have the diagonal line. You'll use that all the time. You're going to take your 3.5 inch
With your diagonal.
with
right
your
in the seam.
diagonal right on the diagonal seam. Then you want to line up your 1 3/4 inch line here and your 1 3/4 inch line here. And we're just going to take and we're going to trim this because you want this to be 1 3/4. You're going to trim your excess off here and here.
Okay.
Okay. What was the question I was going to answer?
Oh, she wanted to know, do you want the greens across from each other when you put that back down?
Totally,
Does it's random and
totally however you lay it out. And if you lay it back down the way you picked it up, kudos to you.
yeah, that's good.
It's totally depends on how you lay it out, how you want to do it.
So do you only have to trim one side of those, or do you have to do?
Because I'm pretty much lining
even.
it up here and here.
Okay.
If I was really cockeyed, I would go back and I would trim these two sides.
Okay.
But really, I'm not having to trim very much at
much, I
all. I'm
noticed that,
pretty
yeah.
square on.
Okay.
But just to double check yourself,
because
if
you're
you
perfect
feel like
at
you're
this.
cockeyed, it's really helpful to have the 3.5 inch square.
Okay.
ruler, if you feel like you're a little bit tweaked.
Yep. All right.
Do you remember the color?
Green, pink, red, black. Oh, pink, green, red, black. Pink, green, red, black.
Okay, let's try it.
Try that.
Okay. Pink, green,
No, that doesn't look
I
right.
think
Yeah,
it's
no,
right.
it is. I think
think
you're
it
right.
is.
Look at that.
red,
We remembered.
and
Black.
black. Yeah.
Look at that.
Let's make sure now. Let's
so-
line up everything else with it to make sure nothing's touching anything weird.
Yep,
You know,
pink,
they're
green,
not-
red, black. That's the way it went. Good job. And then, so,
I mean, because you could.
ooh, that'd be kind of cool, actually, because then you got
That-
that.
no,
whole
but say,
thing
look,
going
see,
there.
look at that.
Oh, yeah, no, bad.
Bad. But let's just stick with the way that we had it the first time. Nothing's touching anything.
Yeah, but that's backwards.
It's
Is
not.
that the way it's
Pink,
supposed to be?
green, red, black. We went this way.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm good if you're good.
Okay. Let's
do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So we're just going to sew the center section together first. And that's going to make a 6.5 inch square there in the center. So we got our 1/4 inch seam still going on. And I'm going to go ahead and let me just say one thing here. When you're starting to sew these together like this, I didn't do that up here, but I should have. It's helpful when you start sewing like your rows together, this row and then this row, to start sewing from this side, from the center of your block out.
Okay.
Because you want this to line up. If this just gets a little smidgy off, it's okay. But you want this part to line up so that when you go to sew these together, you're going to get a really nice sharp
Oh, yeah,
corner
that's right.
there. Okay?
I just realized what that center block reminds me of.
What?
It reminds me of the Egyptian, walk like an Egyptian
Oh.
without a head.
Oh. Like
wanna see?
from MTV back in the day?
Uh-huh,
Oh.
yeah. You know how they did that with their arms?
With the arms like that?
Yeah,
up and
exactly.
down and
Look. Doesn't that look like the Egyptian walk?
Not one little bit. But that's okay, Patrick. I guess I need to sit back and look at it. Maybe other people will
That's
see it.
right. I was going to say,
Give them a chance. They might see it.
look at him. He's like an Egyptian with his hands that way.
This way.
Well, and then up. But
Like
if
this.
he had a weird Egyptian walk.
Oh, like Kind of like this?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
Mhm. Sure, Patrick. You're so cute.
And Rosie.
That's why we have such a good time doing that.
That's right, exactly.
He would notice. He wouldn't. Not really. You're lucky, because mine would.
Rosie brought up the elephant in the room.
What's that?
And I said that to you at the very beginning, and you got mad at me, so that's why I didn't want to say it again.
I got mad at you?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said it looked like a swastika.
Oh, way back when.
Way back when, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
This isn't the one that you said that about.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Oh, it's
You
not
said that
that
about a
block.
different
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so there's our center. So now we just have to sew the top row together, the middle row together, and the bottom row together.
Perfect.
I'd forgotten that you said that about one of those blocks. I didn't get mad. I was just,
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. It
surprised.
isn't this one. It was another one.
Yeah.
You haven't sewn that one yet, have you?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Me and
I
Kate.
missed it.
Yeah. I'm getting stuck.
I hate when I get stuck like that. You do it so eloquent or smoothly.
There we go.
Me, I'd like fight with it. I have to take the needle plate off. I'm like, hi there, Kim. Yes, we are doing another block of the Rocky Mountain Quilt Sampler. This is block 5 for this really, really cool quilt, and she is cruising through this. Almost done here already.
Again, make sure when you sew your corner blocks on that your diagonals are going this way, not this way.
Uh-oh.
You want everything to be kind of contained. You kind of want it to look like a circular thing almost. You want your corners to go this way, not this way. So that when you go
Perfect.
sew your blocks together, they'll all be going the right direction.
Perfect, perfect.
As many times as I told that to myself when I was making this quilt, I must have done it wrong 4 or 5 times. And didn't realize it till I had the whole thing
Oh,
sewn
no,
together. And I was
yep.
like, why does that look weird? And I'm afraid to look at it close now, all quilted and finished. I just
So
pretend.
dumb, yeah,
Yeah.
pretend you meant to do that.
It's like if I didn't see it, I don't. It's too late now. Okay, so when I sew these together, I'm going to sew. When I press these. Let's make sure. Nope.
Phew.
Does that look right?
That looks right.
Okay, so
I
I'm
think
going to
so.
press these. I think I'm going to press the seams going in and then out and then in.
In. Perfect.
Out. And again, if you end up misplacing a couple patches or, putting them in the back of the wrong spot. When you go to put all of your blocks together, when you look at the whole quilt, you are not going to be
I
able to
was
tell
thinking the same
that there's
thing,
a
yeah.
pink touching a light pink or a green touching the other green. You're just not going to be able to tell because they
Just unsew the whole thing and redo it.
yeah, Don't do that. Because they really all blend together. If you were to see mine, you would see that colors touch colors, and because in the end, you really can't tell. It's not worth stressing out about it because nobody else is going to be able to tell. So don't forget, we have comments sold tomorrow.
Yes, comment sold. Again, we do have a whole bunch of new product from H&H that we, the order came in today. So we're going to show off some new things that Kate and I had a blast last week. We got so much new stuff, Paula. Wait till you
I
see.
only heard bits and pieces. And
Yeah.
It was like, whoa. Somebody's like, oh, you're bringing in how many pieces of batik?
Batik, I know. Yeah, you can't wait.
I was like, where are we putting that on
We're
Patrick's
going to
desk?
be putting it, you're going to have a permanent home for your van. You're going to park it
on
out
the
in front.
sidewalk?
Yeah, exactly. $252 bolts, by the way.
Oh. Where are we putting it all? That's the magic question.
That's right.
That's what everybody's asked me, and I'm like, I couldn't even tell you. That's why they pay you the big bucks, because you
That's
figure
right.
out where it goes. Okay.
Good job. That's a cool block. I like that.
It's fun. It's pretty fun.
Oh, we're out of water, huh?
Yep, just in the nick of time.
Exactly.
Okay.
Good job. Yay, look at that.
Almost
Another
halfway, you
one.
guys.
Another one done.
Almost halfway.
So Lisa, the only announcement really was that tomorrow is comment sold. So we do have that at 2:00 tomorrow. Matt and Amanda will be bringing you another fun-filled hour of all kinds of fun stuff. All right, and with that, I think we're out of here, right? All right. Thanks,
everybody.
Paula. We'll talk to you later, everybody. See you all tomorrow. Bye.